Hey guys, welcome back to I'm Just a Fan. It's your host Ben. And the Warriors do it again. The Warriors do it again. They beat the Houston Rockets in 7 games, 7 grueling games, and let's discuss it. This game was like no other game from the rest of the series, an absolute slugfest. Pretty much something we saw in all 7 games in some type of form. Obviously, there was numerous fouls heading into this. Draymond ended up getting a tech as well early on, which I thought was a BS tech, if we're going to be honest. I think that was more of a reputation call than Draymond actually deserving that call. But regardless, it was just an absolute slugfest. I mean, this game was so low scoring at one point through that second quarter. I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong. Going into the third quarter, going into halftime, I think Houston, they had 29 points or something, either heading into half or they had it late down the stretch in the second quarter. I was like, oh my God, this is in the nicest way possible. This is a disgusting brand of basketball. But hey, you get games like that sometimes. You're going to see things like that sometimes. And not all these teams are here to play, Pacers, Cavs basketball where you're scoring left and right. No, this is going to be the slugfest. This is going to be the physical game. This is going to be the physical series. And again, that's what we got. And Game 7 was pretty much all of that in one. So again, an ugly game. Definitely still some drama, but man, definitely not the most visually aesthetic game of basketball that I've watched in my life. But obviously, the Warriors prevailed. They ended up getting the win. And the number one guy, not the guy I thought I was going to be talking about in this recap, was Buddy Hield. Buddy Hield drops 33 points. He shoots 12 for 15 on field goals, 9 for 11 on three-pointers. And you could tell he was getting in his zone early. He hit a couple shots, kind of heated up a little bit, but then he just started to go off. And he really came up clutch because that first half for Steph was rough. I mean, I think he maybe finished with 1 bucket going into halftime, but it was very, very tough for Steph. And they really needed that scoring out of Hield because they just weren't getting it from Steph. They weren't really getting it from Jimmy at the time. They just needed someone to step up. And Buddy Hield was the guy out of everyone that brought them to victory. So congratulations to Buddy Hield. Game 7, Buddy Hield. Just wasn't expecting that heading into this game. And huge credit to the vet of the team, Draymond Green. He stepped up big. I liked what Draymond was doing last night. He was taking a couple open threes. He didn't make a ton, but the threes that he did hit, he went 2 for 8 on threes last night. He still made them. And again, they were big enough shots because of the lack of scoring for Houston. It was so important that even these occasional three-pointers from Draymond Green, they felt like daggers. They were huge shots. He finished with 16 points. I also loved the defense he played on Sengun all night. He was phenomenal. I mean, he was just working. He even had a couple layups to get it going as well. So loved what I saw from Draymond Green. Loved what I saw from him. He was really, again, bringing that veteran presence, making shots when guys weren't hitting shots. And that's what vets do. So wanted to give Draymond a ton of credit, especially for him keeping his cool as well. He battled off that stupid tech foul, which, again, I don't think he deserved. Kept his cool and kept it pushing and helped the Warriors get a win. Eventually, Steph did get it going down the stretch. He finished with 22 points. Again, not a great first half for him. He was getting harassed by Thompson for that first half, and really even the second half until Thompson had a little bit of a calf injury, which was a big one. But man, I mean, Steph, it was rough. He just couldn't. He even had some open shots in the first half, just couldn't hit them. Just couldn't hit those shots. But down the stretch, he does what he does. Eventually, he will connect. He will attract too much defensive, help. He's going to get guys open shots. He even took a couple to the rack himself. Really liked seeing that from Curry. And again, he hit some big shots, especially even down the stretch. He hit some classic Curry shots. The ones where he's just almost at the half point of the logo, and it's just he's going to hit these shots because he's Steph Curry. It's what he's done all year. All career, excuse me. So I'm not going to complain about that. But yeah, I really, really liked what I saw from Curry down the stretch. He looks tired. I know he was beat up as well with I think it was right hand, specifically that thumb. But man, he really battled. I mean, even just defensively, he was getting harassed all night. And again, he knew he had to show up to win them this series in the Game 7. You got to show up. So again, a ton of credit to Curry. It's what he does best. Showed up in the biggest moments. So again, congratulations to him. Butler ended up having 20 points. I don't think that was his greatest game, in my opinion. He got to his spots occasionally throughout the game. again, 20 points is still 20 points, but I didn't love what I saw from Butler yesterday. It didn't look like it was his best game, but again, in the biggest moments, you still drop 20 points. It's a lot more than what most of the guys on the Rockets dropped, so you're not going to catch me complaining too much, but I just didn't think it was the best Jimmy game. The other thing that I thought was wild was the Warriors only got 3 points. 3 points. Excuse me, I had to put up 2. 3 points from their bench. That's awful. That's terrible. And we've known that the Warrior bench is not good. That's why the Jimmy trade was so effective, because it brought some scoring, it brought some defense. It just brought another guy, because the Warriors didn't have a lot of those guys this year. But my God, 3 points in an elimination game from your bench? I know they didn't play a ton of the bench, but still, not what you want to see for Golden State heading forward, and it honestly scares me. If I was a Golden State fan, I would be scared hearing that statistic heading into the series with the Timberwolves, because you're not going to win many championships when you're relying on 5 guys. 6 guys in total scored for the Warriors. That's not good when you can only trust 6 guys to get a bucket. So I thought that was worth mentioning as well. Houston, man, my God. You're at home as well. 10 straight series now in the playoffs that they have lost to Steph Curry. That's wild. That's wild. He's literally your father, bro. He is your father. But regardless, they just turned into Brick City last night. I mean, that's what happened to Houston. I got a little, a little too high on Houston. I don't know. I was feeling Houston after the Game 6 win. I loved what I saw from them down the stretch, the defense that they played against Golden State. But it didn't really end up mattering, because they just had the lights turned way too bright. They couldn't hit any big shots. I mean, they couldn't really hit shots in general, other than Thompson, which we'll get to. But it was just Brick City for Houston. So just a bad performance from them. Definitely wasn't expecting that. And as I touched on, 24 points for Thompson. He was not as big of a factor as you would have liked very late down the stretch, because, again, he got a little banged up. So he really didn't look as explosive, but when he was healthy, man, he was taking guys to the rack. He was the only guy you could really rely on to get a bucket for Houston. And again, this kid is so good. I'm so excited to see that he's playing good. Again, he can get to the rack. He can hit shots occasionally, though he needs to improve on that. But his ability, again, to drive and also play this elite level of defense, very good stuff from him. I also liked what I saw from Fred VanVleet yesterday. Not his greatest game by any means, but 17 points. You'll take it. He at least shot, I think it was 6 for 13. So an efficient night for Fred, but you would have liked a little bit more from him still. Again, I felt like he missed a couple bigger shots in the moment. Had some garbage time points as well. Also had a really, really dumb foul on Draymond. It was on Jimmy. It was on Jimmy. Dumb foul by Fred. So not what you want to see there, but I'm not going to kill Fred VanVleet because he dropped 17 points, because we have a couple other guys to get to. Now I got to get to Sengun. This is such a weird game because he dropped 21 points, 14 rebounds, but shot 9 for 23. Not an efficient night for him. And this was tough for him because he got 21 points. He did, but it was by far one of the more inefficient 21 points I've seen in a long time. I mean, my God, this guy, it wasn't every play, but I just felt like he either was turning the ball over occasionally or he was just taking these stupid post-ups against Draymond. And I'm like, dude, this is Draymond Green. And it wasn't working. I just felt like he was wasting a lot of possessions for that Rockets offense down the stretch when they needed a bucket. It felt like there was probably 3 or 4 times where he was just backing up, missing shots, turning a ball over here, getting a stupid foul there. It just felt like he really was starting to unravel a little bit as a player. And again, in an elimination game, you're 9 for 23. You need to be better. You just need to be better. So again, he's a young player. We'll see if he's even on the team next year, but still, man, 9 for 23 in an elimination game, not going to cut it. It's just not going to cut it. And Dillon Brooks, he doesn't have a great game, 8 points. Obviously, you need to be better, but I'm not going to kill Dillon Brooks for getting 8 points. I mean, yes, you need him to be better, but at the same time, is Dillon Brooks supposed to be our primary scorer? No. So I'm not going to cut him, any slack, but at the same time, what are we really asking from Dillon Brooks? Like maybe 15 on a good night. So I'm not going to kill him, but the guy I am going to go after, and social media already has. So I'm going to, I'll keep it light. Jalen Green, man. Oh my God. He's really regressed. It's been a tough series for him. I don't know if the lights again were just too bright or he's just not fitting into this team. But man, dude, this is exactly what Houston needed, a guy to score in games like this when it's tight, when they need to compete. And in this moment, you drop 8 points on 3 for 8 shooting. You missed 2 threes as well. It was just a bad night. I felt like I saw him constantly just try to go to the rack, go for a nice layup, smacked out, or like just like deflected off someone, or like it was just not good, man. Just inefficient. Really, again, was not a threat at all in this series. And I just don't know if Houston can run it back with this kid, because I know they drafted him at number 2, but he just hasn't translated into that guy. He hasn't really shown much growth with his game, and now he's starting to regress. I mean, man, it's just tough. It's unfortunate. I still think he could be a solid player in the NBA, but maybe he needs a little bit more polishing than we all thought coming out of the G League. I don't know. It's a tough one. It's tough. I'm not going to kill him again, but man, 8 points in an elimination game at home. It's just not good, man. So he's got to be better. But that's really what sunk Houston. It was just overall, guys, other than a Thompson, were just not hitting enough shots when it mattered. Inefficient offense, and just kind of letting, Buddy Hield go off. I mean, when you let Buddy Hield drop 33 points, it's going to be really hard to win the game against the Warriors, because now you have to contain him. You have to contain Curry. Is Butler going to get some shots? It's just going to be tough. So the mix of that, plus again the low scoring from the offense, it just wasn't going to be their night. So the Warriors are advancing to the second round to go play the Minnesota Timberwolves. I'm still going to have to put out my second round prediction video, but just to be upfront, I don't know how many games yet, but man, I have the Wolves winning. I mean, there's just the lack of rest the Warriors have compared to the Wolves. I just think that's going to be an issue. Also, again, they can't trust their bench. That's an issue. Minnesota can. Also, Minnesota can get bigger. They can just get bigger, and I don't know. I don't like the matchup for Golden State. So I think this will be the end of their run this year. But still, we'll have to see. The ball's got to actually get played out. But still, I think it's wraps realistically against Minnesota. That's all I got for you guys today on this video. If you like this video, feel free to give it a like. If you have any comments down below on the game or the next couple rounds, drop them down below. And if you like my type of content, feel free to subscribe. We're going to be continuing to break down the NBA playoffs over the next month. So stay with me if you enjoyed it. Peace, guys.